Hey guys, Jude here. Today's Thursday, and today I finally did it. I'm gonna turn some lights on for this. What is it I did? I rotated the thing that I said I was gonna rotate. Boom. Now all my games, which were once on the desk and like strewn about up here, is now on this thing. Yeah, now you can see my 3DS games, which were behind that slot there, where those DVDs, which I had in this corner over here, just on the floor, are now back there, so they can be hidden away. I now realize I have a bunch of Xbox stuff, which, I mean, I knew that before that I had a bunch of Xbox stuff, but now I actually can see all the Xbox things. It's cool, though. It's cool, I can see all my games. I guess I'll show the layout a bit here. This shelf, which was on the ground here, is now up, and it's got my capture cards plugged in there, sitting there accessible, and then some hard drives that I just don't have room in these bays for. And then the Switch, just boxes of, you know, power plugs and things that aren't plugged in because I don't need these plugged in at all, because I don't use these monitors, which are also not plugged in. I just have a lot of stuff I don't use anymore. Anyway, this isn't like a room tour, but I guess it kind of is, of just this corner here. The desk is now empty. It's got nothing on it because it's got stuff on it. It's got the Dreamcast on it because I don't know why that's there, and it's got the audio equipment on that because that's where it has to go, because that's how long the cable is to the computer, and then the cable to the microphone, so that's just where that goes. Anyway, if I had a choice, which I guess I technically do, I would get rid of the desk, and by technically I mean I could just put it back in the storage unit I found it in, but then I would have nowhere for these monitors to go that I also don't use because they're just 1080p 60 hertz, and I'd rather use the giant TV with the green circle and then the blue circle. So anyway, this is here because the FNAF co-op video has 500 views. That's cool. I mean, it's cool, yeah, but I don't have emotion, so it's cool. Anyway, no, that's it. That's actually everything I want to talk about, other than that yesterday, or was it the day before yesterday? I don't remember. On the 21st, which was yesterday, the May 11th vlog went out, which was one of those videos where I was like, this is an hour long, I don't feel like editing it, blah, 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 whatever the hell I was talking about. It went out, I edited it, it's 11 minutes long, so that's great. Well, 12 minutes almost. But basically that means I have like 2 or 3 more vlogs that are also the same like that in a row, that are just hours of footage that I have to cut down. But once I do that, I'll get to basically these vlogs, which is just like 10 of these in a row. That's just like 4-minute videos that I'll have much more motivation to do, because in the same amount of time it took me to get 1 vlog done, I'll be getting 5 done. So yeah, that's that. Speaking of things to edit, the repo video, which we recorded after I put Aiden's stuff, his computer together, I set it up in DaVinci. I did a bunch of audio stuff to make sure the audio was good, and then I set up a multicam. So basically how this works is you play the video, and I'm gonna mute this because it's gonna be loud. It's gonna lag a bit too. It's not cached yet now. I can just watch through this, and I can click, I want Xavier's view right here, and it'll automatically put a cut there, and it'll be Xavier's view. And then if I want Aiden's view, I can just cut to Aiden's, and then there's Aiden's with this little Discord overlay because he didn't close Discord, and then I could just cut back to mine because mine's in 4K and it's beautiful. Yeah, that's that, and I can just do that while watching it. And I had to do a bunch of stuff with audio, because in DaVinci you can put an effect on audio, and then you can do this thing called compound clip, where basically you take a bunch of clips and you can put it into its own little timeline in the timeline. But when you do that, any audio effects on the clips don't come out right on the final timeline. Like, you go into the compound clip and the audio effect's fine, but out of it, it's like the audio's all blown out and stuff. So what you have to do is basically you have to render that, or it's called render in place, but because it's audio, it's called bounce audio for some reason, because it's quirky, I guess. Probably some Apple thing, because they were around doing audio stuff in the 2000s, sort of inventing everything for some reason. So you have to go into Fairlight, and then in there you have to right click and you have to press bounce audio effects, because that's not there on the edit tab for some reason, because this app wants to be very fun. And that basically what that does is just renders the audio, but just the audio and not just the clip like rendering in place does. And then once you do that, the audio is there and it's done, and I had to do that and then do stuff. Anyway, I did that, which means now I can edit this with multicam, which makes it way easier to edit, and I don't have to worry about the audio being messed up every time I do that. Which means in future videos I'll be able to edit them like this as well, and everything will be happy, fun time. The only other problem with this is that this is 3 hours of footage, but Repo's fun. Repo's awesome. I fucking love Repo for whatever reason. I wish I could play this game with like 7 people or whatever. I think the max is 6, but there's mods now. We figured out how mods work and all that, so it's gonna be a whole fun, great time editing this. I just recorded a 10-minute video, so I'm gonna be editing this in probably like 3 weeks, having a lot of fun doing that. Well, at this rate, probably 8 months, you know. God, don't say that, because every time I say 8 months, because my brain always goes to the number 8 when I'm trying to say something that's like a ways away, I say 8, and then it always ends up actually being 8 months. Like I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.